what's going on? Just giving you some Liverpool injury updates. So, the players that are currently out injured, there are a lot of. We've got Fabinho, we've got John Matip, we've got Naby Keita, Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez, and Diogo Jota as well. I do have some timescales as to when these Liverpool players will be back from injury. If I can find the thing that I was looking at a moment ago. So from what I've seen, Fabinho will be back, or could be back, for the game against Manchester City. It's been confirmed that neither him nor Joel Matip will feature against Brighton on Tuesday. So the back two will most likely be either Henderson and Phillips again, or if we could pull it off, Henderson and maybe Davies, or maybe Davies and Phillips. We'll see. So Fabinho can be back very shortly. Joel Matip is unknown. He has not had a time frame as to when he'll be back. He's not been given a return date. Nothing about Joel Matip at the moment. Virgil van Dijk, April. Virgil van Dijk is well ahead of schedule and is expected to be back at some point in April. Didn't say early, mid or late April, it just said April. Joe Gomez, end of the season. He's probably going to get a couple matches in at the end of the season, if he even plays again this season, but he too is ahead of schedule, which is a good thing. A very, very good thing. And finally, Diogo Jota, the one that Liverpool really need, early February. He is coming along really nicely after his knee injury that he sustained against Midtjylland. Still don't know why he played in that game. He's coming along really nicely. And he could even be back for the Champions League tie against Red Bull Leipzig in a few matches' time. So yeah, we've got some injury updates there. Let's do a match reaction then to West Ham versus Liverpool. So, if you didn't watch the game, this is what happened. West Ham versus Liverpool, it was 0-0 at half time. Literally everything took place in the second half. The first two things to happen were Declan Rice and Thomas Soucek getting booked. Curtis Jones comes on in the 57th minute and immediately gets an assist. It's the first thing he did. Got an assist from Mohamed Salah. What a finish, by the way. Xherdan Shaqiri then gets an assist for Salah. It was a brilliant goal. Fantastic counter-attacking goal. Roberto Firmino comes on in the 69th minute, gets an assist for Wijnaldum in the 84th. Craig Dawson pulled one back for West Ham in the 87th, and after that they didn't really have anything going for him. Neither did we, to be fair. We kind of took our foot off the gas a bit. Three players who stood out. Mohamed Salah was one of them. He had a phenomenal game. Nathaniel Phillips, who I personally would have given man of the match to, but I can understand why Mohamed Salah got it. And Xherdan Shaqiri I thought was very, very good. As well as Curtis Jones when he came on, and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Three underwhelming players. Divock Origi was one of them. He was holding the ball up quite well, but he was too slow. Divock Origi was too slow. He wasn't doing anything with the ball. He wasn't making anything happen. When he was trying to put the ball in the box, it was getting blocked. And all of his strikes were hitting the side netting. So Divock Origi didn't really do anything. Second underwhelming player was Robertson. I thought he was a little bit under the weather today. He wasn't his usual self. He seemed a little bit agitated by something, and he just seemed put off. He wasn't terrible by any stretch of the imagination, but he certainly wasn't as good as he can be. The third underwhelming player, I don't know who I'd say. Oh, by the way, Robertson also took the ball off, flicked the ball away from Phillips for the West Ham goal. I'd probably have to say the third most underwhelming player was probably Thiago. I don't know. I can't really think of another one. I don't know. I think they were all, besides Robertson and Origi, they were all pretty much at their best. Player ratings then, I'll give Alisson an 8.5, because he did have to make a couple of saves every now and again. Robertson, I'll give him a 6, because he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't good. Henderson, 8, very solid at the back. Phillips, 9.5, the man of the match, Nat Phillips. He was incredible. There was one where the ball went into the box and no one else went back for it except Phillips, and he managed to get it away. He was trying to get his head on it from corners. He strode forward at one point as well through the entire West Ham defence and played the ball out wide to Mohamed Salah. He had a really good game today, Phillips. Trent Alexander-Arnold, we're going to give him a 7.5. Didn't really see too much of him, but when we did, he was very good. Milner, 8.5. Incredible game Milner had. When he was on, he was dictating that midfield. He was controlling it, basically. Gini Wijnaldum, I'll give him an 8.5 as well, because he was very good in the midfield. He was very agile. He scored a goal. Thiago, I'll give him a 7.5. Again, didn't really see all that much of him. Well, his passes were okay when he was on the ball. Didn't really make anything happen in the attack. He did try to slip Alexander-Arnold in at one point, but it was just too much on the ball. Shaqiri, 8.5. Very good performance from Shaqiri. A little bit sloppy at times, but overall a good performance. Divock Origi, I will give him a 5.5. He was really, really too slow. He just wasn't making anything happen. And Mohamed Salah, 9. 2 brilliantly taken goals and a brilliant performance all round. I'll give him a 9. As for the subs, Curtis Jones, I'll give him an 8 because he was amazing after he came on. Very, very promising young man, Curtis Jones. And he's only 20 years of age, so he's got the potential to get even better. Roberto Firmino, I'll give him a 7.5. He wasn't really on for too long, about 20 minutes or so, but he got himself an assist. And he was trying to play that usual silky football that he always likes to play. And Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, I'll give him a 7.5 as well. He was very good. Actually, I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7. When he came on, he was good. Didn't really see all that much of him. He only played for about 10-15 minutes. But he was alright when he came on. And he came on for Origi in the 80th minute. Who do I think were the 3 best West Ham players? Saïd Benrahma was one of them. I thought he was creating chances all game. He was trying to cause us problems. I think he was arguably their most dangerous player against us. He was really trying to cause problems. Michail Antonio as well had a very good game in up top, though Nat Phillips did very well to handle him at times. And the 3rd best player from West Ham, I'd have to say, was probably Craig Dawson for scoring the goal, who apparently, according to One Football, plays for West Ham under-21s. Not sure about that one, Chief. He's 30 years old. But he scored the goal. Yeah. What else is there? Premier League reaction. Wasn't expecting Leicester to lose 3-1 to Leeds. So we now go above Leicester in the league. We have scored the most goals out of any team in the Premier League. We scored 43 times. We're within 1 point now of Manchester United. Who have they got next? Manchester United's next Premier League game is against Southampton. They should beat them, but Southampton are capable of causing problems, as we know. And then they've got Everton and West Brom. So they've got a kind of easy run of fixtures coming up, United. Liverpool's next game is against Brighton, followed up quickly by Manchester City. Brighton is a must-win, and we need to absolutely try our hardest against Manchester City. And then we've got Leicester and Everton straight after that. So we've got some really tough fixtures. And you know what? Diogo Jota could be back for the Merseyside derby. So, in fact, yeah, I think he'll be back for Leipzig, and then after Leipzig we've got the Merseyside derby. So, boost. It's a massive boost. Brighton are currently beating Tottenham thanks to a goal from Leandro Trossard. 15 minutes to go there. They're really suffering without Harry Kane, aren't they? Well, Barcelona are actually winning. Of course, our Messi's returned from suspension. Anyway, a couple of transfer updates for you then regarding Liverpool. There's no activity as to anyone going out of the club except for Sepp van den Berg, who is reportedly, as we go in for Ben Davies, Sepp van den Berg will be joining Preston North End on loan, so he'll basically be going the other way, but just not permanently. It's a good experience for Sepp van den Berg, go out on loan till the end of the season, and if he's good enough, and we still have the defensive injuries next season, which we shouldn't have, he can provide some solid cover. Honestly, I don't think we'll be seeing Matip before March. He's quite injury prone. Quite a lot of the time he's out for a long time. I think this will be another one of those occasions, a couple of months. And yeah, let's have a look then. Let's have a look at the Liverpool squad, and every player that's injured at the moment I'll go through. So, we've got Van Dijk and Gomez, who are currently injured. Matip is injured as well. Fabinho is injured. Keita is injured. Jota is injured. And then there was a big one that I haven't mentioned yet. Sadio Mane. He missed today's game. However, that was apparently a precaution. And so Sadio Mane will likely feature against Brighton. If he doesn't, that's fine. We need him fit for Manchester City. So if he's not 100% fit, don't play him against Brighton. But for the love of God, don't play Divock Origi. But yeah, that's about it. In a bit.